Sit down, boy. That's the longest spurred turkey I've ever seen right there. Well, if y'all follow us, you know that we hunt with two legends, Harold Knight and David Hale. They come and hunt with me every year, and that's what we're doing this week. We got some birds pinned for Harold and David, and hopefully we have some success.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. Knight's Hunting Products, makers of the hands-free hunting vest. Legacy Premium Game Calls. It's not luck, it's legacy. Indian Creek Shooting Systems, makers of the Black Diamond Strike. Browning Trail Cameras, the most innovative trail cameras in the industry. Strut no more turkey totes. Get a grip on them.
Well, I can't say enough good things about Harold and David. They've done a lot for me, and there's no way I can ever repay them, but I can take them turkey hunting each year. And if you guys follow us, you know that last year, Harold killed that absolute slob, like a 2-inch spurred bird. And there's no way we're ever gonna top that, so we're just gonna take what we can get. And I do have a couple of gobblers hitting these dust bowls. Browning Trail Cam's been showing them show up pretty regular with some hens. So I set up a blind, and I think we can get David in there and get him a shot at one of these birds. Well, the afternoon they came in, it rains the entire night. So our hopes are not high for the next morning. We go anyway, you got to go. The rain ends up stopping, and it's still wet everywhere, but it takes the birds a little while to get woke up and activated.
Folks, welcome to the 2019 spring turkey season. This is our first hunt this year, and I'm really excited about it. Things have changed a little bit, our plans a little bit because of the weather, but it is springtime, and it's liable to rain one minute and sunshine the next, and turn right around, rain again, and sunshine again, so we got to take pot luck. And Harold, we got our adopted son, Russell Knight, with us this morning.
Yeah, you know, I can't claim any kin to Russell. I wish I could, but Russell's been a friend of ours for several years now, and we always enjoy hunting with him. And
especially down here in Tennessee.
Well, here we're in Middle Tennessee, and David, I have to say, this is probably the best place that I've ever hunted in all the years I've been hunting right here in Middle Tennessee. It is, they got lots of turkeys, and you got a lot of these little fields, just like this little field here we're in this morning.
Yes, sir.
They got lots of those, and you know, on a rainy day, you know, we had to change our plan. It's raining this morning. We didn't have a rain suit, so Russell said he had a blind. So here we are in the blind this morning. It ain't our favorite way to hunt, but I tell you, we'll take anything we can.
Well, I like running and gunning, but at the age I'm at now, the stage I'm at, I'm more like walking and gunning.
Yeah, but you know, we taken some cameras here and put it on this little field, and we've seen turkeys need dust bowl, but they ain't gonna be dusted this morning. But I'll bet you, if we stay patient right here, there's 2 turkeys been gobbling up here on this ridge this morning. And they got hens, because we heard the hens fly down with it. If we'll just be patient, they're going to come to this field sometime. And you know what? You ain't been the most patient guy I've ever hunted with, but you have to be patient now.
I've heard that speech for 45 years, Harold. Every day, and it ain't changed yet. So I ain't got no choice. I got to sit here now because of Parkinson's just slowed me down.
Yeah. David's the only guy I ever bird hunted with and get in front of the bird dog.
Well, I'm not going to get in front of the gobbler today. I'm going to get right at him. He just broke in on you here.
The gobble?
Yeah.
He sounds interested in it.
He broke in about halfway through your sequence.
Well, this bird is coming on a string. I know the terrain in front of me. There's a big hardwood draw. He's hit the ground out in the field, but he's got to come up a logging road to get to this high point, and that's what he's doing. He's coming to the call. He's thinking we're a hen, hot hen, and he's coming right to us.
I believe he's coming.
Come closer, didn't
He is closer.
Sure enough, he pops out of that logging road. Harold spots him. He sees the decoys, but he doesn't make a beeline to him. He kind of cuts out into the open field. I start soft calling, and he makes a big loop and comes all the way to us, right to the decoys. Well, this bird comes straight to the decoys, and I'm trying to get everything out of him I can. I start calling to him, and he ends up gobbling a couple times right in front of us.
What about that, fellas? I believe that'll work.
you nailed him.
Like a windshield wiper on a billy goat's rear.
That right there.
Good shot, David. What about that, fellas? That's turkey hunt one. Good job, Hale.
You killer, you.
We got a Tennessee turkey. He ain't flopping no more, is he, Hale?
Oh, the flop has stopped.
The flop has stopped. That's a pretty dang good hunt.
That was an excellent hunt. We cleaned him and picked him all in one process.
We can have you done. I'll hold you done. I ain't gonna take your turkey.
Well, it's a good thing we ain't that far from the truck no way. My lands, look what a set of spurs.
Woo, he's got him, Hale. Look at there.
That's 1.25 inches, and that dude will weigh 24 pounds.
Golly, what a turkey. Hey.
That's what a good acorn crop will do for you.
The plan worked, didn't it?
The plan worked. You did real good for an alternate plan.
And Russell, you had things planned out here because you told us which way God was going to come in.
Yes, sir.
Exactly when he got it.
Well, we hunted this place in the past, and they always come up that lane right there because they like to roost on that creek.
Yeah.
And it's just natural for them. And he did. He read the script, didn't he? Look at the spurs.
Yeah. Hey, that's a big turkey. I'm going to weigh him before the day's over. I'm going to tell you, that's a 25, 6-pound turkey.
How old do you think that turkey is, Harry?
He's over 3, and you know, when a turkey gets over 3, a lot of times it's hard to tell. But his weight and everything, I'm going to say he's 3 or 4 years old.
By looking at his spur, I'm going to say he's old as he's going to get.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was coming. Look at that fan right there.
It's beautiful.
He come around this little island right here.
That's turkey for you. He's not going to, you know, everybody thinks the turkey's going to walk right straight to you. He loves to cut corners and go around stuff.
That's right.
I've had him come around brush piles and everything else trying to slip up on, you know, the hen.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing there. He's backdooring it.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was a chicken. He come up behind.
Yeah. He paid for it, though. He committed there at the last minute.
You know,
I thought we'd get him to stick that neck out, but he never
would
would.
stick it up, and that's the reason so many feathers come out.
Yes, sir.
Shot him in the strut, and I hated to do that. That's not good manners, but it's the best I had for the day.
He earned it. He earned it.
He earned it.
It be so rainy last night. They sure did gobble this morning.
I'm glad you had that blind up because when we got out this morning, he was peppering down, and I didn't have a raincoat.
I'm not so sure. I'm not glad we used it in the rain. I probably won't use it in the sunlight too.
It's not. You can stay comfortable in there, can't you?
That's pretty nice. I enjoyed it, Russell. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank y'all.
You did a real nice job of setting this up again for us.
That's fun. It's the 4th year now, isn't it?
4 years we've been doing this, and I tell you what, for good Lord willing, we're gonna make another 4.
That's right. Let's go get you one, Harry.
All right, I'm ready.
Let's do
We
it.
got old Hale out of the way for today.
You just think you have.
You just thank you. Well, we head out to the spot where Harold killed his big bird last year, and we pop out at the other end of the field and hoping we'd see a longbeard out there strutting, and sure enough, there was. He had several hens with him, but turns out he saw us right as we saw him. So we had no choice but to sit down right there. There's the big turkey. And we watch him all afternoon, and just he's not going to close the distance, come to us at all. We couldn't get a decoy out or anything, so we were kind of stuck. So that afternoon, needless to say, was not successful. Well, the next morning we go to a familiar place. Dad and I hunt every year, and we get skunked. We didn't never hear a bird gobble. And we ease back off the hill. It's kind of cool that morning, and drive by to where David had killed his bird that morning before, and sure enough, there's a bird strutting there close to the road. So we drive up, do a big loop around him, jump out of the truck, and go get in the blind, and go to calling. Sure enough, this bird is by himself, and he answers us. And he starts gobbling at the call, and he comes right to us.
That's him. Yeah, that's good. You think that's the one that was crossing that road?
I don't know, it's in that direction.
Yeah. It's right, exactly. But you know what? I hope it is, because that's a big old turkey.
That's right. He's gonna come. He's
coming.
Like that. It's that time of day.
Yeah.
Well, this bird comes to us. He's coming to us, but he won't pop out in front of us. He stays to the right. At one point, he's like 10 steps. He's gobbling every breath, gobbling at the call. He goes in behind us, comes back around. The GoPro catching all this, but I can't get it with the big camera because I'm so far to the right. But he comes out 2 or 3 times and struts back and forth. Harold can't get a shot. Finally, the bird comes out and cuts across the field.
I'm gonna tell you something. We've just hunted an old turkey, if I'm not mistaken. Russell, we both called, and he'd answer. I bet he gobbled 200 or 300 times. But look here, what time of day is it?
It's midday.
Midday.
It's time.
Yeah. See what's happened? That old gobbler, the hens left him.
That's right.
And he was absolutely.
He got fired up.
He got fired up.
We caught him lonesome. We saw him across the road.
Yeah.
And Harold and I did old boogaloo, got around, slipped in the back side right here where David killed his turkey yesterday. And we set up in the same place. And this turkey come in, he was shy of the decoys, and he come around us. He just wouldn't commit all the way up there to him, would he?
He circled us about 2 or 3 times. But he gobbled, and you know, how many times I put my safety on?
Oh, there ain't no telling. 5 or 6.
Yeah. But you know what, Russell? This is 63 years this time. I still get excited over it.
That's right. It never gets old.
You don't get old.
Lord have mercy, what a hunt. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't get a lot of pre-roll of him, but Harold's got that TSS and that Indian Creek, the end of that Browning, and let me tell you something. He's about 50 yards, and Harold folded him up.
I tell you what, I was shooting a 2 3/4 inch shell, if you don't know the truth.
You heard that.
2 3/4 inch shell.
TSS, where it's at.
Oh, man. Let's go see what we got.
Harry, what about that turkey hunt?
I tell you what, April's my favorite month. Here we are in the middle of Tennessee, and I tell you what, Russell, there's more dad blame turkeys right through here. That reminds me of some of the good old days. I'm talking about when I was hunting LBL and places like that. You got the turkeys.
What about them triple gobbles in behind the blind there?
He went crazy, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got. Oh, Harold, I believe you got the man, brother.
I don't know.
I really do. That one that Hale killed yesterday. Oh yeah, that's old turkey. It's got to be.
2-year-old.
Is he a 2-year-old?
A 2-year-old
Oh,
turkey. Hey, folks, I'm gonna tell you, this is a 2-year-old turkey, and that fooled me. I thought, you never, I tell you what, this ain't the turkey probably we saw across the road.
Probably.
We got another one fired up, because the one I saw was this is just a 2-year-old turkey. He acted like a 5-year-old. But you know what? I'm proud of any turkey. Gosh, he's a heavy thing. I tell you what.
You know how old he is, Harry?
He's old as he's ever gonna get.
That's right.
Over the years, I've had some easy turkeys, and I've had some that a little stubborn, and this here just a little stubborn on me.
What about that, Harry?
You know, you've heard of getting fooled. I got fooled today. I was thinking this old turkey that we saw across the road, and this is a total different turkey. You know, he answered the first time I called.
He did.
And he circled the blind, I don't know how many times.
That was frustrating.
Yeah, and he scared the decoy.
That's right.
He finally got enough nerve up to walk out there and
Yep.
past him a little bit. And he was going to walk off there, and that's the reason I had to shoot him.
Yeah.
You should notice I shot him when he gobbled.
Yeah.
Because, he had when he's gobbling, you got a good target
That's
out there.
right. That's right. We was in here yesterday, and Hale killed a turkey up here on these dust bowls. It's a beautiful high spot right here. And we saw this turkey down the road on the other side, and we knew he was wanting to cross the road. So we made a game plan, jumped out and come around and got back in the same blind where Hale killed yesterday. And
We had no intention of doing this today.
no. That just goes to show 0 to 100.
When you got your speech wrote out, most of the time you have to change it.
That's right. Yes, sir. Well, this is the 4th year y'all been coming down here with us.
Yeah, and Russell, we certainly enjoy coming down hunting you and your daddy. I tell you what, this is a fine turkey hunting place here in Middle Tennessee. You got lots of turkeys, and they're in these little patches around people's houses.
Yeah.
50 to 100 acres here and 50 acres there,
Yeah.
and a little pasture fields with little green pasture
Yeah.
fields. The redwoods in full bloom.
Oh, God.
Oh, so I'm telling you, this is just a beautiful time of year.
Yes, sir. He fooled me, too. I thought he was an old turkey the way he was acting.
I walked down there expecting to see some sharp 3 to 4-year-old spurs. He's a 2-year-old. Yeah.
He'll work.
Hey, he's an adult turkey.
That's right. Well, Harold, that was a great turkey hunt.
Boy,
Appreciate you coming
that right
down.
there. I appreciate you taking the time to film it and just to hunt with us.
Oh, it was fun, wasn't it?
We both called this turkey. I told you to put a mouth call in. I was going to take that little friction call, and he answered that sucker. And every time that I'd call and you'd call, he'd answer. I believe he'd answered anything, don't you?
How many times do you think he gobbled?
200.
Every bit of it.
Yeah.
And at
Yeah.
10 yards sometimes, wasn't it?
Yeah. If we hadn't been blind, we'd have scared him a long time ago.
I had a cedar blocking me, and I couldn't video him until he got, out to a certain point. Harold could see him a little better than me, but once he got past it, we made him gobble, and Harold made a heck of a shot on him.
If he'd have left us one more time, we was coming out of that blind. We was gonna circle around.
That's right.
We gonna get in.
He's going to change positions.
Yeah,
on him, wasn't
yeah. But anyway, that worked out.
he? That's right.
And David killed a lot nicer turkey yesterday. But you know what? When you get my age, they all nice.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
Shoot, they're nice for me right now.
Yeah.
As long as he's out there flopping.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir, Russell.